I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here with Dragos, the works manager from Buckingham Group, and we're stood on what's going to be a rail line. And it is really exciting because this is bringing back a rail line that was closed down in the 1970s. And this is a fantastic project, isn't it, Dragos? I think what's really impressed me about this is so much going on, yet so little people around the plant. It's really important, isn't it? You've got 3D machine control on this project. But tell me, where are we stood right now and what's the project?
So the project itself is on behalf of East West Rail. The area up here is called Steeple Claydon. The actual project itself is 11 kilometers long, and as you said, is an old railway line. Scope of works: we are reinforcing the embankments. We got trackway drainage to do, and obviously where you're standing up here now is where the trace is going to be on, and then the railway sleepers and the track.
And it's really exciting because, you know, bringing back a rail line now it's a part of the green agenda, and it's a part of making people where they live in this community who's quite rural, allowing them to travel to work in different areas like Cambridge and Oxford, etc. We're doing quite technical work, so it's a digital environment where we're stood. This has all been modelled in 3D, and we're layering different sub bases to make sure we've got those reinforcements and reworked, and we're expanding it as well to be 2 lines, so we're taking out all the crossings. So fundamentally it's a very complicated project. You've been working with Lynch Plant Hire's new machine control division on this particular project, and I know that that's really changed things up on the project itself because you've been able to take advantage of the new team. Tell me about what it's been like and what you've been doing with them.
Well, been working with Lynch on this type of technology probably the last 2 years now, not only here but on HS2 project as well. We are using Lynch because of their quality of technology, the service, the deliveries, the operators. They're great at assessments, they're great at doing training with Lynch as well, with their operators to keep them up to date. All this technology reduces the plant-people interface, and is very little need of people on the ground, a man on the ground.
And the Buckingham Group has got a digital team that have modelled all of this, and then they've given that model, Earthworks ready model, to Lynch, and they're using the Connex system from Leica Geosystems to put that information into the machines as well. And so all of that is streamlined through you as the manager of this particular element of the project. How does that improve outcomes for you and help you deliver the tight schedules?
What we're doing before we order let's say a D5, we call Lynch, we tell them what we need it for, what size we need it, and Lynch's engineering team develops, obviously they already developed a relationship with our engineering team, and they put the program on the machine before it comes down to site, so you don't have a day or so of setting up the machine, so you don't lose any time. Machine is here, the driver gets inducted and he goes straight to work.
And that's fundamentally what we need to achieve when we're coming onto sites here. We talk about shovel-ready projects. This is certainly shovel-ready, and there's a lot of things going on here. But actually, when equipment comes onto site, you're paying for it as the customer. So you want it to be productive as soon as it comes here, and you want the operators as well to be not only safe, but also aware of how to use the technology. And I know that you've probably visited it as well, the machine control training site that Lynch has put together. So that is doing exactly what you say. It's training every operator to actually be Leica and other systems, Trimble, that they work with ready. But also when they work with in that way, then you know that there's a level of trust that they're going to give you the accuracy and work with the system as well, aren't they?
They have a fantastic team. We have like a speed dial, I call it speed dial, direct contact with the service department, engineering department. There's never been a time when we had any issues. Machine do break down. For example, this was a D4 before. We did have some small issues with the cable system, but what Lynch did, he said, I'll bring you another dozer to site, keep the old one on site because it was still working, and then we'll take it away when you're happy. So I said that the relationship we have with Lynch is, I can't fault them. Every time we have the Lynch's director coming to site, Steve Such, we have Merrill Lynch, they're asking me how can Lynch improve. I can't find anything for where they can improve, and this is the truth, and that's why I always choose to work with Lynch.
And that's real testament from you, because you're the ultimate person that's responsible for this part of the project. So everything reflects on yourself. So, you know, when we're looking at that, we're looking at service and delivery at that level, and we're looking at the people interface, as in real people talking to real people and getting the job done. Fundamentally, that's what this industry is all about, people. But in order to get things right, we need the technology, we need the investment in new equipment, we need the investment in the systems like a machine control on this particular unit. And that allows us to digitize the worksite, it allows us to deliver better outcomes, but fundamentally it allows us to do things better for the environment as well, because you're saying there, anything wrong, Lynch has just replaced that unit and cables do come off and things like that, we know that. That is a massive important part of the delivery of projects, to make sure that we've got a continuous momentum on site. Thanks ever so much for today and inviting me on site. It's been a pleasure to meet you. I know we've known each other on LinkedIn for some time, so it's great to be here, folks. Great to understand how things are working in real life environments on a rail project. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah.